Good evening from San Ignacio Town on a beautiful Monday night. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. The weather was beautiful this past weekend with lots of sunshine in this part of the country. And the good weather continued into today as we saw in beautiful Corozal this afternoon. The good weather will continue for most of this week, and we will have an extended forecast later in the newscast. But we start tonight with a story from San Pedro Town, where the municipal authorities there are not happy, and the full fury of their anger is aimed squarely at the ambassador of Honduras to Belize, Sandra Rosales Abella. The thing that sparked the firestorm is the exhumation of the body of Sylvia Benitez that was buried shortly after its discovery last month after she had been reported missing. Ambassador Abella, according to a two-page statement sent out by the San Pedro Town Council today, made what the municipal body calls untrue allegations, which the press release wished to clarify. First issue that the statement addressed was reportedly made on a local talk show on January 29th, which the town council said accused Mayor Daniel Guerrero and other officials of allowing the immediate burial of Benitez's body without notifying the Honduras embassy in Belize. The town council statement said, and we quote, "Throughout the entire process on the day that Benitez was discovered, all help was rendered to the relevant authorities upon their request. The San Pedro Town Council is not the maximum authority in these circumstances, and as such, its involvement was limited, as in the case with any murder investigations," end of quote. The San Pedro Town Council goes on to say that, and we quote again, "All machinery and equipment of the council was placed at the disposal of the police and forensic doctors," end quote, and that all food and accommodation of the forensic team and that of the crime scenes personnel brought in from Belize City to ensure that Benitez's body was treated with request. That should be with respect. The town council also takes issue with claims that the municipal body did not communicate with the embassy to facilitate a meeting between the ambassador and the mayor, saying that there are established diplomatic protocols that should have been followed and that it is not for the town council to have informed the embassy of an ongoing criminal investigation. Her Excellency Abella, as a career diplomat, knows these procedures all too well, said the official statement from the San Pedro Town Council. Further stating that, and we quote, "At no time did the Honduran embassy ever communicate verbally or written about their plans to exhume the body. Similarly, at no time did the Honduran embassy request for our assistance in the exhumation process. Should they have requested assistance through the proper process, the San Pedro Town Council would have gladly helped, as it has always done so with the guidance of the Ministry of Health," end of quote. The San Pedro Town Council statement ends by expressing sympathies for the family of Sylvia Benitez and the Honduran community and hopes that those responsible for her death are brought to justice. The council also takes exception with the murder. That should be the council also takes exception that the murder is, quote, "being exploited by a few irresponsible and heartless political individuals. In so doing, they have cast blame on several entities, including the San Pedro Town Council, which clearly has no jurisdiction over these police and foreign affairs matters," end of quote. A frightening home invasion was reported over the weekend along the Old Northern Highway in the Belize district. During the incident, 57-year-old Marilyn Rufinock was physically assaulted and sustained a cut wound to her right eye. According to police reports, a group of 6 men went to Rufinock's home at mile 20 on the Old Northern Highway around 12:59 on Sunday. Police say that one of the men, who claimed to be a police officer, forced his way into the woman's house through the front door after she refused to open the door. Once inside, police say the men demanded money and then proceeded to ransack the house. During the home invasion, Marilyn Rufinock was hit in the face with a stick. Police say nothing was taken from the house, and their investigations of this case of aggravated assault continues. Magistrate Dale Cayetano today dismissed charges of theft and attempted suppression of evidence against 49-year-old Carl Gordon, a laborer of Partridge Street in Belize City, at the start of trial. On February 21st of 2014, Gordon was accused of stealing a small black purse containing $70 from a table in the living room in the home of 81-year-old F.A. Pollard of corner Tigris and Basra Streets in Belize City. Pollard told police that a dark-skinned man visited her home claiming to represent Belize Water Services, asking to check her premises for leaks. She agreed to allow the man to inspect the water meter and then inside her home, but her purse went missing after the man left. However, she declined to testify on appearing in court today, saying she did not want further court action due to health concerns. Gordon was also accused of stealing from school teacher Marlene Rojas, now transferred to Punta Gorda Town and unable to be present for testimony. On May 26, 2014, when he allegedly visited her East Collet Canal residence, posing as a relative of the homeowner and asking to inspect the house for repairs. She let him in, and when he left, she found a sum of $120 US, 100 in $50 bills, and $20 missing from her bed hidden under some clothes. On July 1st, 2014, Gordon was accused of accosting Rojas on the street and offering to return the stolen money if she dropped the case. The phenomenon of illegal selling of lottery continues under the radar in some areas, but a rare victory was scored today when a Chinese shop vendor pleaded guilty to the charge after changing her original plea. 47-year-old Ji Bing Wang, owner of Kim's shop on Iguana Street Extension, was fined $5,000 for the offense by Magistrate Herbert Panton. On July 13, 2014, a police constable reported personally seeing Wang at her establishment sell a dark-skinned man lottery numbers on a white paper that did not match the official tickets printed by official lottery proprietors Brad's Gaming Company. The officer intervened and retrieved the paper as well as the money the man had paid over the counter, then informed Wang of the offense committed and escorted her to the Raccoon Street Police Station. A woman police constable took over the investigation, recording statements from the arresting officer and the customer, and this led to Wang's arrest and charge. The fine is the minimum allowed for a first offense and must be paid by June 30th. In default, 3 years in jail. A second offense carries a fine of $10,000. Groundbreaking ceremonies were held over the weekend for a project to extend the kitchen at the Octavia Waite Center in San Ignacio Town. Guest speaker at the event, which was held on Sunday, was the chairman of the Help Age Belize, Evan Dakers. The project is expected to cost about $100,000. Approximately half of that amount has already been raised through a collaboration with the Challenge Gobi Foundation. Work is expected to commence shortly on the improvement and expanded kitchen, and should be completed in as early as 3 months. The Octavia Waite Center is once again partnering with the Challenge Gobi Foundation for a second fundraising event, which is a Valentine's dinner and dance on Saturday, February 14th. Anyone wishing to assist with this project is asked to contact the Octavia Waite Center. You are watching the 9 o'clock news. Stay tuned for more of the day's stories right after these messages.
We We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs. Because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom? It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
Somebody say, live me like it. Live me like it. Somebody say, live me like it. Somebody say, live me like it. Live me like it. Live me like it.
The Ministry of Health last week conducted a two-day training on tuberculosis infection control in outpatient settings. The training was conducted with the input from the Central American Regional Office of the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A government press release says that TB infection control is a series of activities aimed at minimizing the transmission of tuberculosis within the population. The focus is on early detection, proper management of TB patients, and protection of healthcare workers and others from infection. The challenge is preventing TB transmission to all vulnerable groups, including those with suppressed immune systems, for example, persons living with HIV and patients on chemotherapy. The training workshop included a review of the TB program in Belize, sessions on the importance of preventing tuberculosis transmission, developing an infection control program, and a site visit to a health facility in the area. During the site visit, the facility was assessed to determine the need for additional financial support and resources for TB infection control. The training was conducted specifically for the Western region, which included staff from the Belmopan and San Ignacio facilities. A similar training for the Belize district was conducted late last year. According to Dr. Francis Morey, coordinator of the National TB Program, this training will help the ministry identify barriers and lessons learned in the implementation of TB infection control, and it will also help to roll out the plan to other health facilities across the country. In 2013, the National Tuberculosis Program recorded 121 TB cases. The World Health Organization has recently revised guidelines for TB infection control, and Belize is developing country-specific national guidelines based on these. Last July, Nigel Petillo and executive members of the Belize Grassroots Youth Empowerment Association, BIGA, were hauled to court by the government over alleged violation of the road reserve in a plan to plant and harvest corn in the Harmonyville Agricultural Subdivision at Mile 41 on the George Price Highway. Supreme Court Justice Courtney Abell ordered mediation between the sides thereafter, but actual sessions did not get underway because of an objection by the government to the chosen mediator. Today, both sides were back before Justice Abell in chambers for a pretrial review, which was intended to update the court on the mediation process. The two sides have finally met in mediation, and while exact details are not available, attorney for BIGA and Petillo, Audrey Matura Shepherd, expressed relief that it has finally begun. A trial date of May 9th has been set if the mediation sessions are not successful. 20-year-old Special Constable Juan Morales pleaded not guilty to a charge of wounding his wife, Betsabe Morales, when he appeared today before Magistrate Dale Cayetano. On Sunday, February 1st, according to Mrs. Morales, she and her husband had a misunderstanding and he put her out of the house. She said that when she returned to the house to get her clothes, he followed her into the bedroom, and when she was coming out of the room, he balled his hand into a fist and she thought that he was going to punch her. But instead, he cut her on her arm with a knife. Mrs. Morales was taken to the hospital where the doctor who examined her classified her injury as wounding. Morales was released on a bail of $1,000 and his case was adjourned until March 2nd. A 26-year-old construction worker from the Toledo district who, when caught publicly drinking Bellikin Stout, attempted to bribe a police officer to continue, pleaded guilty to bribery and public drinking charges before Magistrate Herbert Panton. Gilberto Kim of San Pedro Colombia Village in the Toledo district avoided jail time as it was his first offense, and he saved the court time with a guilty plea. Magistrate Panton exercised his discretion and issued a fine of $500 for the bribery due by April 14th and $25 for the drinking due by March 2nd. In default, he would spend a total of 7 months in jail. On January 31st, 2015, Kim was seen drinking stout at the corner of George and Orange Streets in Belize City. A police officer came to him and warned him of his offense and called for a mobile vehicle to transport him to the station. When Kim saw the mobile coming, he slipped $10 into the officer's hand in an attempt to bribe him. The closed season for the hunting of iguana in Belize started on Sunday. From now until June 30th, when female iguanas are laying and caring for their eggs, it is unlawful to capture, disturb, or hunt iguana, also known as bamboo chicken. The closed season for the hunting of iguana is part of conservation efforts as the iguana is listed as a threatened species. Under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1981, anyone caught hunting iguana anywhere in Belize during the closed season faces prosecution by law. Officials of the Forestry Department say that under no circumstance will a permit to hunt the iguana be issued between now and June 30th. And when we come back on the 9 o'clock news, we'll have your weather outlook.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook Tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs. Because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom?
It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
Somebody say, lift me like this. Somebody say, lift me like this. Lift me like this. Lift me like this.
Over 78 newly elected alcaldes were sworn in on Sunday during ceremonies held at the Julian Cho Technical High School auditorium. The oath was administered by Chief Magistrate Anne-Marie Smith. The alcaldes pledged their allegiance in upholding law and fair discharge of their duties in their community. At the ceremony, one of the important activities was the election of a new executive for the Toledo Alcaldes Association. Nominated to run for the office was Lihorio Coy, but Alfonso Cal was re-elected with a total of 63 votes. And now here is your weather summary and outlook. To end the news, a reminder of the main points again. The San Pedro Town Council issues a statement clarifying remarks made by the ambassador of Honduras in Belize. Hunting season closes for iguanas, and a terrifying home invasion was reported over the weekend in rural Belize. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Our news lines remain open at all times, and you can visit our website for continuing coverage of the latest news from across the country. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good night.